When did your words come back to haunt you? My brother used to be the guy who'd walk drunk girls home safe without looking for anything in return. But everything changed when a girl said he brutally assaulted her in a club on June 30th. It was the same day he was at our grandmother's wake and funeral, 5,000 miles away from our hometown. But it didn't matter. He was expelled from his college, fired from his job, and everyone except my parents had cut him off. He was rocking back and forth on the bathroom floor, hyperventilating and crying his eyes out when I said the words, "I'll regret forever. All you need to do is to prove you're a good person." Suddenly, Trevor's face lit up like a Christmas tree. "You're right," he exclaimed, before giving me a hug. At first, everything was smooth sailing. Trevor threw himself into volunteering at the local women's shelter, started taking online classes about consent. The shelter coordinator, Sarah, took him under her wing and even told him once that he was proof people could grow. But then Trevor started cutting people out of his life in ways that worried me. He blocked every single male friend on his phone except me. "I can't be associated with potential predators," he explained when our cousin asked why Trevor wouldn't return his calls. When Dad tried to take him fishing to cheer him up, Trevor refused to go. "He's from a different generation. I need to show I'm not like him. The only reason he kept talking to me was because I had a girlfriend. You're safe. Other men aren't," he told me one night while updating his website documenting his journey as a male feminist ally. Things got weird when I found chemistry equipment all over his apartment. There were date-reap drug testing kits stacked in boxes and notebooks filled with information about different drugs and their effects. "What is this?" I asked, voice shaking. He looked at me like I was stupid. "Bro, I need to know what predators use," he said matter-of-factly. That's when it hit me that my advice wasn't as good as I thought it was. "You know what? Fuck my advice. Just go back to being yourself," I practically begged. He smiled. "There is no going back. You said prove I'm good. I'm proving it." He laughed, but it sounded like broken glass. I didn't know what to do, so I just convinced myself that wanting to protect women couldn't possibly end badly. That delusion shattered 2 weeks later when I made a surprise visit to his apartment. He was in the bathroom and his laptop was left open on the couch. What I saw made me sick. There were dozens of video files of him with SX workers acting out scenarios where he would save them from danger. He'd hired them to pretend to be drugged so he could practice his heroic responses. When he caught me looking through them, he didn't even seem flustered. "So what do you think?" he asked brightly. "This is sick," I responded. "It's practice for when it really matters," he shot back like it was the most logical thing in the world. Then the police calls started. Multiple women reported a man following them home at night. Trevor had been stalking women walking alone to keep them safe, but they obviously didn't know that. I bailed him out and confronted him in the car. "You're literally stalking women," I said. His response chilled me. "I'm protecting them. You said be good. This is good." I felt the weight of what I'd created crushing me. I gave him one final warning that night. "Stop now or I'm calling the cops myself." But Trevor just smiled and said, "I'm one day away from proving I'm good. One real save." I was going to talk him out of it, but he had this look in his eyes like nothing could help. Plus, how do you explain to someone that they need to stop trying to help women? The next night, my phone rang at 11 p.m. Trevor's panicked voice came through. "You need to help me now. Don't ask questions." I knew something terrible had happened, so I rushed to meet him at the college bar downtown. "What's happening?" I asked when I found him frantically searching the crowd. "Just help me find a girl. Blonde, blue dress. It's urgent," he said, already pushing through people. "Why? What did you— Please, before something bad happens," he interrupted. We ran through the streets, checking every alley and parking lot. His panic kept intensifying as we searched. "This wasn't supposed to happen," he kept muttering. "What wasn't supposed to happen?" I demanded, but he just kept running. After 20 minutes of searching, we finally found the woman 3 blocks away in an alley behind a dumpster. The sight made me drop to my knees. Her blue dress was torn, and there was blood on her legs. She was unconscious and clearly assaulted. Trevor collapsed completely beside me. "It's all my fault. I just wanted to save her," he sobbed. Full story on channel, link below.